So this man refused to give up his bus seat for a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
And he says, her pregnancy, her choice. And this guy's is a big viral Reddit thing, but...
I like it.
Oh, he's an Indian man, I believe.
This is in New Zealand. There's a lot of our content coming from that part of the world.
They're wacky over there this week. A man who posted about the topic, am I an asshole? He explained, he's on his feet all day. He says, listen, I've got a hard job. Then I finish my job. He's only got, he's got to be on the subway for 40 minutes. And then after that, then he's got to, walk another 20 minutes, right? We've been there.
Yeah.
I've been on the subway. He says, for this reason, the man doesn't believe he should have to give up his seat for anyone who's pregnant, saying his family lost their minds about it when he told his family, because he came home and he can believe this bitch.
Believe these fucking pregnant. It sounds like Al Bundy wrote this.
Because can you believe this bitch? And his family sided with the bitch.
Yeah.
The man turned to the internet to ask people's opinions. At my job, I'm literally on my feet all day. I work 10-hour shifts. It sucks, but the pay is good. And then after a long day, he says, I generally cherish the time I get to sit on my bus ride home, knowing that I have to walk another 15 to 20 minutes. So last night, a very heavily pregnant woman.
Oh, not doing yourself any favors.
Yeah, the language isn't adding to his sympathy. She looks around for a seat only to find there are no available ones left. I'm the one closest to her, so she starts giving me the imploring eyes. I had my headphones on. Oh, that's the move. Yeah.
Doesn't sound like it.
Headphones pretending you don't see her is so funny. And she's right in your face, and you have to rock her real hard. You got to close your eyes. If you're using the headphone trick for a pregnant lady, you have to legit close your eyes.
It's like some Larry David shit right there.
Not unusual. Or you go crazy. You have to go crazy. Like you start talking to yourself.
Yeah. I'd be like, hopefully she'll pick the next person.
Of course, right? That's what you're hoping, because you're just saying, because really you're not saying, hey, I think that I need this seat over this woman. You're saying, I think I want this seat over any of these chums.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I just happen to be the closest to this.
He needs a better excuse. He needs to be like, listen, obviously, no, publicly, this is a big debacle. You need something better. Like, what this guy needs is a fake leg cast. So, like a leg boot. As soon as he walks into the subway, put the leg boot on.
Yeah.
Like, you need a fake disability. Maybe like a fake crutch that extends. Like, that would be a good thing, right?
Maybe like a little plate on your, like, that you could just put it so that you can be like, you knock it like a door and it makes a door noise and be like, fake leg.
Fake leg.
But it's not, you don't actually have
You're
a fake leg.
Straight up just knocking on a piece of wood.
You have a piece of wood under.
Can you imagine some
pants?
ladies like, hey, can I sit? And you go, you're just knocking on a piece of wood in your pants.
Fake. I prefer not.
My legs are fake. I actually think my idea is not that bad though, because you don't want to bring crutches around everywhere. But imagine a cane that like extends, so it's just like in your pocket and doesn't take up that much room.
Kinda.
Like
well,
I think
you're
smaller.
describing an asp. Actually, those are illegal. Like the things that the cops have, like those batons.
Yes, but it's not a baton. It turns into a cane.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I mean? It's a little less lethal.
Yeah.
But it's not. It wouldn't be wood either, right? So it's like it would be. It's flimsy.
It'd have to be metal, otherwise it would break.
Well, maybe it can break because you're never using it.
Okay.
So, you slide it out as soon as you're about to get on, and then you walk on, and then you just sit with your cane on the thing, and no one's asking you.
Blind. What about blind person's cane? We have one right over there. What about?
No, but pretending to be blind is going to be hard.
Yeah.
I think you just say like, listen, I like sprained my knee and I can't stand. And I also think you walk on with your cane, people are going to give you their seat.
Yeah.
That being said, you get busted for this, you're going to really be in trouble.
Yeah, you're going to be on.
If you get
a lot of blogs.
But what about maybe my boot's better then? You need like the boot that you put on your feet after like the cast.
Yeah, I've had those though. The walking boots, you're not carrying those around. Those are brutal. They're huge.
Well, how bad do you want your seat?
Not that bad.
So do you have any better ideas? I have my fake cane,
fake wood leg,
fake boot, the
piece of wood. That
but
you
if I was there with a pregnant lady and I saw her and she was like, "Hey, I need a seat," and the guy goes, "Can't," and he just knocked on his leg, I wouldn't even get that he was saying he had a fake leg.
I guess you just have to stand your ground and just be like, "Sorry, I don't."
So that's what he did.
I don't subscribe to these social customs and stuff. Like,
I don't believe women should even be.
I used to do a joke about it.
I don't. You could say that. Like in my culture, women shouldn't be allowed. Like, listen, I can't. If you were wearing the hijab, I could. But if you're not wearing the hijab,
I can't even talk to you.
I can't even be in this. Yeah.
When I was in Brazil,
I can't have this conversation where you're asking me, and I don't know what you're asking me.
I have no idea what you're saying.
And she goes, I'm just asking if I could have. I honestly, ma'am, I can't do this. There's no way for me to have the words with you that'll get to the bottom of what you're looking
Yes,
for.
I can't do it. Sorry. and then hopefully just you reach your stop and you be like, all right, we're done here. But in Brazil, the only place I've ever been where I've taken transit in Brazil, where they have like the list of like things to give your seat up for, and one of them is fat people, like straight up.
I remember you saying
that. Like straight up, they're just like, you have to give your seat up for
I'm not doing that. I mean, if they were like really fat women, I think I would, just because you'd probably want to, but.
What, like a fat 20-year-old woman?
No, I don't think so.
But you're supposed to in Brazil.
Do you give your seat up for a girl, period?
Old people. Girl, no.
It just depends on where you
Honestly,
are.
I actually stand a lot on the subway.
Yeah, you end up standing a lot.
I'll never take a seat on a New York subway
mostly stand.
where I'm like, there's someone beside me.
Depends how far I'm going. Like if I'm taking a subway like to deep Brooklyn where it's going to be like a 30-minute subway ride, I'm not standing for 30 minutes.
But the thing is, eventually, the further deep you get, seats start coming available because people start getting.
Yeah, so that's probably what I end up doing.
I'll stand. I almost always stand.
It depends on where you are too. This is like,
dude, I stand with
this
my
is not
face,
New York.
Face on the door, and I know which doors are going to open. So I stand with my face literally like at the door of the one that's not going to open. And so I'm just like minding my own business.
And New York subways are a little more chaotic. You know what I mean? It's not like these ones. But again, this is a full subway card, so I don't know the exact the move.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wasn't rude or anything. I just told her no. I've had a long day and my feet are sore. I don't want to give up my seat. She started crying about how she's a pregnant single mom. She started crying. To hold your ground in front of a crying woman. Yo, the girl's saying, I need a seat. And you're like, nah, dog. And she goes, ah. And then you go just put the headphones back on. That's the boldest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, you're all on the bus. Oh, man. Everybody's looking at you at this point. It's just like this chick, hugely pregnant chick, crying at you on the bus.
And I told her, I'm sorry, but that was a personal choice and she can't expect other people to accommodate her life choices. We live in a state where birth control and abortions are free, so I don't know why this is my problem.
This guy is like really just telling it like it is.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
It's not my fault she decided to have a baby. I hope he's saying that to her. No, this is what he's saying to his family, I guess. And calling, and then another man, also she said, oh, there's one last thing. She said she can't afford a car. And he wrote, another man on the bus offered his seat to the pregnant woman, calling the man a worthless punk as they traded seats.
Yeah, for sure.
The bus driver had to slam on the brakes for whatever reason. The pregnant lady and the old man both fell.
Oh, fuck.
They started yelling at me.
This sounds like Curb. This is like the most Curb.
And calling me all sorts of names, but I just looked the other way and ignored it. Yo, the fucking audacity is they're both falling all over the thing. The guy calls you a punk and you're just looking at the ground.
Yeah, you just put your fucking headphones back in.
I mean, at that point, you go to another car is probably what you do.
Well, there's a bus. It's just you're
on the bus, right? Oh, shit.
I think he just fucking put his Hoobastank back on and just went back to listen.
And the reason is me. I was tired and had a long day. And I don't know why we need to keep perpetuating the idea that breeding somehow means you're entitled to people's seats. Yeah. This guy fucking kicks ass, dude.
This guy is really next level.